they play this song, she say this is my shit. See the flip on my wrist.
Welcome to the Slamcast. You got your host, me, Malik. We've got Murph with us, of course. And Murph, a very, very, very special guest today. I'll let you do the intro, man.
That's right, man. It's an absolute honor for me to introduce to you guys one of the original 6 Slamballers, winner of multiple championships, Slamball commentator for the 2023 season, a bona fide mob legend, and my personal all-time favorite player, Sean Inches Jackson, baby. Thank you for coming on the Slamcast. We're very excited to talk to you about your Slamball journey, as well as the present and future of this incredible sport. Welcome to the show.
Well, Mark, thank you guys, everybody out there, viewers and listeners. First thing first, put God first. Without God, nothing can be possible. Second of all, I want to give shout outs to Slamcast, wonderful podcast out there doing their thing. Give shout outs to them for representing Slamball and all the people out there in the world. And third of all, man, this is a pleasure to, listen, to hear you guys, to talk with you guys. It's only cracking. Slamball is here, 20 years. We'll wait, and we miss you guys, and I know it's great for the time for it to come right now, and it's just a good time for it to be out.
Absolutely. And just to get right into that, 20 years, it was existing overseas a little bit, but the American version, wasn't happening. When you heard it's coming back, it's going to be in Vegas, what was your first thought?
Well, my first thought was, thanks God. Second of all, before, all this was happening, I was trying to promote and push the Slamball in 2018 during the pandemic. To be honest, no one else was thinking about it. It was a question mark if it was going to ever come back. A lot of things been going on, besides the pandemic and besides everything that's going on, certain key people of Slamball family were doing other projects. So, everything was still on up in the air. Wasn't too sure what anything was going on. But, I was, I've been so dedicated and so, into it to where that I wanted the vision to come alive. If other guys wasn't going to make it happen, why not myself? My name speaks for itself. Highlights the history of what I've done with Slamball and what made it to where it came. Besides myself, we have original 6 and we have also the original 64 elite players. But besides them, I was really real pushing it, gun-ho pushing it. I had the vision, I had the spirit of the soul and the mind and the determination of wanting to make this happen. And it was just not a struggle, but it was just a way of being patient because everything was shut down. Things was going on with government and stuff. Not too sure what's going to happen if anything. But I just stayed praying with it every single day. Talk with the Lord and just say, hey, Lord, man, this is something that will be so outstanding for it to be back because of not only that bringing the sport back is bringing the name, but it's also helping out the new youth. It's helping out it's giving back to a new generation that needs something like that because it's hard to get in the league. It's hard to be a professional athlete where there's so much competition and so much politics in this sports world. And we always want to embrace the new youth. So much hard work that they put in, so much hard work that us parents being devoted to our kids and paying a way for our kids to make something for them, whether through his high school or through his college. We believe in our kids. We see the talent in our kids. But what we're going to do as parents to make that vision happen for them. So it comes to the point that we sacrifice it and cut down our work ethics to be in their aspect of the world to give them open windows for they to succeed in their sports world and be confident and as in being confident, have that ability to stay confident, reaching for their dreams, reaching for their expectations, and just to see how the NBA is, and the NFL, the IBA, just everywhere in the professional sports world, there's opportunities, but that opportunity is slim chance to almost 1%, as you can say, and now we got to look at the kids' faces to where they don't too well handle the rejection, and then they feel that the rejection is to let them down, and by them letting them down, it's like, well, they don't have the confidence no more. Well, that's where I feel I want to step in. That's why I wanted to bring Slamball back, to give these kids an opportunity and give them a chance of saying, you know what, just because you didn't make it in the NBA or NFL or the Major League Baseball or hockey, there's another route.
Right,
This would be a wonderful chance, a wonderful opportunity to make something yourself. God always have a vision, and always have something for anybody when things really don't go their way. God will always find a way. And why not this? I didn't think that I was going to be in the position where I was in when I was in Slamball, because I was going to competition with AND1. I was in competition as far as trying to figure out who I was as a person, because I did try it out, semi-professional. I tried out professionally, some of the Clippers overseas, IBL, ABA, and for some reason, all those routes did not have that open window for me, but only one sport did, and it was Slamball. But when that came, the vision, just the determination, and just the package that came with it, the opportunity that came with it, all within Slamball, it was all up my alley, and it was all in my hands from a gift from God. And he said, you know what, this is you, this is you, this is your thing. You have no competition, people trying to take anything from you, because you have that talent, you have that skills. This is going to be your platform. And it ended up becoming so phenomenal. Blood, sweat, tears, every single day, every single night, even off court, I still worked out to show people, like, this is my gift, and I'm gonna show you guys how my gift is gonna work.
Yes, sir. No, man, thanks for sharing. And you played for the Mob, the Chicago Mob at the time. We're hearing that you even have a tattoo of the Mob. Is that right?
Oh yeah. Man, hold on.
Yeah. Let's come on.
Let me show how dedicated I was.
Oh yeah.
It all goes down.
Come on now. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we can see it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
It was my trademark, because when we started the Slamball, it really wasn't Slamball. It was called Smashball. And us six players, James Champ Willis, David Lockjaw Redmond, Mike Bobby Tampa Goldman, Jeff Sheraton, called V-Nice, Mason CEO Gordon, and myself, Sean Jackson, aka Inches. We all had different characters and abilities, and we had different monologues. It was only two teams, the Rumble and the Mob. And we had rivals. My rival was Mason Gordon. Mason was the leader and the CEO of the Rumble. Me, I was the leader, the coach, the captain, team captain of the Mob. So, and at that time, we was in Chicago. We was called the Milwaukee Mob. We was based in Milwaukee. So, I was that leader of the Mob. I was a coach and everything. So it was, the platform came to be a mob. It was all me. So, I had to rep that, like, how Allen Iverson repped the NBA. I was the AI of the league, from Pat Croce.
I would
Out of
agree.
his words, you know. Yeah, Pat Croce, you know, me and his relationship, that's my dad, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the second Bubba Chunks, you know what I'm saying? So it was an honor for him to put me in that kind of pedestal. And I was honored because, I was always watching AI, I'm older than him, but, at the time when he was in his prime, I was already doing big things in Pennsylvania. I was in Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, Pennsylvania, home of the Bethlehem Steel. I went to go see him play in the Bakers League, which was kind of crazy. Like say, people like, at the time, I'm older than him, so they looking at me, and they looking at him, like, dang, this dude, who is this dude? Look like Allen Iverson, but they didn't know that I was older than him, so it was more like, yeah, he looked like me instead of me look like him. So, but he was, but just how his game was, it was like mine. My game was, let's put it this way, my prime, I was more like, my game was more like Allen Iverson, Jay Morant, and Harold Miner put together, but I was only 5'8". So that's how my game was. And when and just to meet him, Allen Iverson, for the first time, it was cool because he didn't know who I was. I kind of knew what he was, but he didn't know how my game was. So then when we played in the Bakers League together one time, and then when he see me in the layup line doing all kind of dunks, he was like, "Oh man, this dude is real." Like, but he didn't know I was from California, Los Angeles. I was just a person in the audience, just want to check out some of the games. I was just a guest. But just being under Pat Croce and him telling me stories, and then for him to place me like the icon of Slamball, the innovator of Slamball, say, "Hey man, you got so much of a swag like Allen Iverson. You can take this league by storm. But there's only a few things that you can do to make this happen. One, if you can pull off your dunk, which is called the McNasty.
Oh yeah.
If you can pull that,
We're familiar.
You can pull that off, if you can pull that off in a game, not only does it give you $500, you will be the man, and you will be like, you will be standing out instead of everybody. You would be the only one standing out." I said, "Oh really? So we making a wager on this? Like, are you seriously making a wager with me? Okay, I'll tell you what. Oh, I'm gonna get this as long as you have that money cash."
Exactly.
So the first season against the Diablos, that was an opportunity. And you see me when I point, when I do the McNasty and I point up there, that's what I'm pointing at. I cross you. I'm like, hey, I'm pointing at you like,
Yeah.
so as you see Pat Croce going over the booth and pointing at me like this, like, yeah, I got you. So
Dang
yeah,
it.
so that was my history, my moment with Pat Croce to know that, I was owning, I owned that court, my whole thing was to be the best. That's it, to be the best. No one can't stop me. I'm just that individual dude. I'm that only dude. I'm gonna shove it in your face. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care if you try to do any kind of thing. I'm still gonna find a way to get over you and dunk on your ass.
Yeah, man.
That's my mind.
That's what we saw. We were talking to Cam Hollins the other day. Cam Jam. You mentioned him in our previous call.
Yeah,
And he
Shout out to Cam Jam.
Yeah, shout out to Cam Jam. And he said you're like a honey badger out there. Like, a little bit smaller than most guys, but mean as hell.
Attacking.
And absolutely attacking.
I was like, man, it was just the point that I had to prove, because me going against football players, these are like IBL, these Canadian football players, these like seriously like professional football players. playing like, like
That's okay.
it
We can
was a
cut that.
point that they was looking at me like, well, who is this little dude? Like, who is this little scrawny little dude? Like, saying, okay, yeah, okay, we know who he is, but we ain't gonna let this little dude try to clown us or this, that, and the other. But I'm not even thinking of it that way because I'm more of you can't stop me. That's just what it is. You can't stop me. You're a football player. I'm a street baller. There's a difference between a street baller and a basketball player. There's a big difference.
You got the edge.
That's just like that's like Harlem Globetrotters against the difference between AND1. We don't skip. We'll do it in front of you. We don't care who you, what you are, what you no. This is some real crap. This is some real shit. Let's just get real with this shit right now. So it was to the point that I got so much of an advantage of a football player. Guys don't even know what's up my sleeve. Yeah, I used to play football. Yeah, I was a quarterback, but I ain't gonna tell you guys how my game was. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I'm a street baller to you guys. So my thing, my determination was to really work too hard, blue collar, stay dedicated for what I was doing, stay committed to Mason Gordon, because if it wasn't for Mason Gordon, I was going to be in a cross rivals with AND1, because that's what I was dealing with at the time. Before Slamball came to me, I was in a mix with AND1, discussing what they were going to do with the AND1 Street Ball Mix Tour. Me being an LA person, I'm cool with the AND1 players, but it just, when it comes down to, territory, East Coast and West Coast, they don't want to too busy, too much mess with us. Let's put it that way, AND1, saying it was more of an East Coast thing, and I kept it to that point because, all those guys was my friends, and there was never no hatred. It was just all about, 12 elite players. They got so much talent in different categories that we can just blow up the whole basketball mecca, the whole world. But just do it right. Do it right. Don't do it out of competition, out of hatred, or out of, my game is more better than yours. No, let's combine all this all together, and let's just kill this street ball mecca world, But they wanted to do it differently. They wanted to have us going against us. Doesn't make any sense. It's going to be tensions. It's going to be hatred. It's going to be a point to where now we're going to figure out who's the best out of the best. So then you got people that don't want to pass the ball because they want to feel that they can do it all by themselves. They're going to display and show their talent. But what about the other talents? Okay, you're not showing their talent. So it became a friction. So I had to step up because I felt that me trying to play or trying to compete against my friends, it's not going to accomplish nothing. It's not, you know what I mean? Because we're not displaying who we are. We're not, I'd rather us play against overseas, I'd rather us play against overseas CBA players. Play overseas people. I rather us the AND1 did that instead of just playing against each other, because when we play against other people that don't know about us, that makes the game more entertaining and more fun. That's it at that point. And plus the guys displaying their names and making their names known. That's how I had it. But at that time, I had to make a decision dealing with that or going to something to where that I was going to evolutionary the video game world, let's put it that way. And that's what I call Slamball, was a video game world. So I was like, I tell you what, I'll talk to Shane, Main Event, Headache, Sick With It. I mean, the list goes on and on. Half Man, Half Amazing, Ayo, they're my family, man. Shout out to my dogs, my family, my Speedy James Williams, Booger, all the AND1, the AND1 cast, and the whole Rucker, family, But I felt that I was going to give the plateau to them. I was going to give the plateau to them guys. Me, I was going to go to this one right here, because there's no reason for me to go competition with AND1 where I can go ahead and visionary to a whole new different sports of basketball to where it's extreme. My boys, my friends, they got it locked down on the street ball. I'm bringing it to a video game world. So let's just combine. Sooner or later, we're all gonna meet up. But when we meet up, we're gonna crush the basketball mecca, and we're gonna change the way of the game. That's why David Stearns didn't like us when we was, when we was doing AND1. David Stearns didn't like us because we were trying to take the basketball game to a different level.
Yeah.
Now everybody wasn't feeling us with Slamball because they thought that we were just trying to take the concept out of basketball to make it as non-contact. But let's put it this way: take it to a different phase to where they thought that it was just fake. But it's not fake. Same as AND1.
Right.
It's not fake. When you really come to see what we really do and read how it is, now you're gonna have a different perspective with it.
It's way more exciting than the current NBA slam dunk contest. I'll tell you that.
Put it this way: did you see any of them the slam dunk guys come and try out?
Nope.
Duke Dennis. See, it took him a while struggling, trying to be able to dunk and this and that and the other. Yeah, he got a little bit of concept of it, but you only got just a 1% slim 1%. You got a little bit of it. Now you got to put the whole package together to become a slam ball player.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
That's what I say. When these guys, when they was doing the slam dunk thing, that 1-on-1 and all that stuff with the skies on and all that, and the other. Understand? That's cool and dandy, but it's not like slam ball. When you come to slam ball, you really get on the trampolines, or you gonna really like, wait a minute, hold on. This ain't no ordinary backyard, trampolines.
Right.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
No,
Yep.
It's not. This shit gonna launch you.
They're Olympic style, right? Yeah.
You see Gilbert Arenas over there. You see Gilbert right there
Yep.
on the floor, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is some real deal shit. Yeah, NBA players don't want to fuck with this.
Right.
That's how.
I certainly don't.
Yeah, that's how we know that we.
It's serious.
It's serious. So my thing is, for me being the innovator, help put it together, the original six. Me want to try to bring it back. It's an honor. It's a pleasure for it to come back because the place that I wanted to put it at is going on right now. I wanted to put it in Vegas. I wanted to have a facility in my name. Because I paid the way. And me, I have a story. I have a testimony story about it. And my thing is not about the money. It's the point of giving back and giving these kids an opportunity to smile in life, to have a way of not having to fear if you're gonna be able to go home the next day. I'm tired of the killing. I'm tired of the shooting. I'm tired of these young kids dying and not even getting the opportunity, chance to display their talent. I have one good friend of mine. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard about it. I think it was 2018, 2019, I guess, a 14-year-old kid in Carson, California, he got shot and killed. He was almost like 7 feet tall, but he was only 14, and he was under Master P family. Well, I knew that kid. I'm good friends with his brother. His brother right now is 17 years old, and his brother's 6'11". He was 7 foot at 14 years old. I was playing with those guys before he got killed, and they didn't know who I was until I'm playing with them, and they like, dude, to be 50 years old and you dunking like that, that's pretty freaking amazing. And I'm like, well, I appreciate it. They say, well, who you are? So this is who I am. So when I showed them, on my phone and showed them the videos, they said, oh my God, no, you're not. Dude, my dad talks about you with the slam ball jumping. Oh my God, dude, this is crazy, dude. I want to try out, okay? And this was the 14-year-old. Him and his brother said they wanted to try out. And I said, you know what? I got you guys. because this is the reason why I want to bring Slamball back, because kids like this needs that, what it is. But that I see it because I'm a father of 6. I have 6 kids. I have 4 boys and 2 girls, and my youngest is 16, and he want to be just like me. And my thing is to play, to be fortunate what you have and be happy what you have, because I've been around the whole world, and there's kids out there overseas that's really don't have what you have or what we have, period. They got kids out there playing with sticks or making rocks like basketballs, or not even having the luxury of what we have. Some of these kids don't have cell phones. Some of these kids don't have video games. We don't. Our kids don't wake up in the morning going in the neighborhood and you got a fucking tank that's rolling through your neighborhood and you're going through wars. We don't have that over here. We ain't gonna walk around or go around the corner and you got all these condemned buildings that's blowing up because the community went through war. We have it fortunate here, and I tell my kids, like, just be fortunate. Like I tell these young kids now, be fortunate what you have, be happy what you have. Like I want to, like I said, I would, when I get down to Vegas, I want to have a talk with these guys. Be fortunate what you have. This right here is a once in a life chance that you got to cherish this, because it can end the snap of a finger. We didn't have that luxury when we was playing Slamball. It was just a test. It was just a pilot test, just to see how things go. We didn't have the social media like the social media is now. Oh, if we had the social media like now, oh my God, it's been a whole different. It's been a whole different, to make the difference to where we want to impact and change the game of basketball, but not for us just change the game, but just change the entertainment to make it more funner for the audience, because we love NBA, we love NFL, but sometimes we see how it's changing and it's not entertaining like it used to be. Steph Curry, Steph Curry, AND1, Slamball, we changed the way of games now. Steph Curry changed the way of the 3-point, make everybody want to shoot 3-pointers, AND1 changed the game as far as the street ballers doing tricks and stuff. Slamball, we changed the way of extreme basketball to where it's more entertaining and more live action, to where it's like hockey and everything. So, man, I'm just like tinkle pink, man, because the dream came true. It's in Vegas, Cox Pavilion, July 21st.
Yes,
it's
sir.
going down.
We'll be there.
In Las Vegas. I'm just proud of these guys, these young guys, to really want to bring back this sport and bring back this project. Just like the rose out that's grown from the concrete. From Tupac. We want to be that rose that rise from the concrete, and wonder like, dang, this blossom. This sport's coming back, but we want to blossom to be more effective generation after generation. We want these kids to know that we want to change this game to where it's going to be, instead of a TV show or a pilot, to make it a real sport.
Yes,
we want
sir.
you guys to know that. We want to put you guys to the point to where we want you guys to be professional athletes. I consider a professional athlete is more better than a professional player, because a professional player, you just only on one professional level. Professional athlete is all put together. You're not just a professional basketball player. And all that put into one, to me, like you got more of a higher pedestal than you do as a regular NBA player or a regular NFL player. You're a professional athlete. You all around, man. That's why the NBA players appreciate us. The NFL people appreciate us, because when they really see what we actually do, like, dude, we can't even do this. And you guys get paid way more. You guys get paid millions of dollars just to fucking play up and down the court. Man. So,
Yes,
it's lovely, because to see these kids smile, to see a different look on their face, to see their parents proud of them because they made it to that level. Now they can see their kids on TV, and feel like they accomplished something. And that's what I want. That's my give back. That's me watching them smile.
Yep.
If I see them smile,
Definitely.
that makes my day. That makes me. That I completed. I accomplished what I need to accomplish. You know, by seeing them smile and being them happy what they love to do.
So, what are you going to be doing, curiously, as a commentator, going in Vegas? What do you think your role is going to be? More player interviews, those types of things?
Well, my role now is I'm doing sideline commentary. So I'm be a sideline reporter, you know, interviewing the coaches, players, and celebrity guests.
Right on.
You know, seeing if a team is up, I'm gonna talk good about you. If you're down, I'm gonna let you have it. What's going on? What's the concept? Why it's not sinking in? Is your team not chemistry together now? You know, same with the coaches. You know.
Right.
Most majority of the coaches used to be Slamball players.
Yep.
So it's great just to get their vision and get their inlights, you know, just get what, you know, how it feels to be a coach, because, you know, you was a player. So
Right.
what's your feel, you know, how you feel on it, you know, what's the difference now? You being a player, now you're a coach. I know you're a player, you know much what you do as a coach now. You see what's your inspiration with your new players now. How, you know, what kind of delivery that you give to your players to where we used to give you when you used to play. So that's great.
What makes the best player turned coach? Like, what does that take? Because it's my understanding that, you know, the best player isn't always the best coach. The best, you know, player is not always the best GM. The best coach is not always the best scout. You know, what does that take to turn that corner and to go from player to coach?
Well, first of all, knowing the history, knowing the rules, and knowing the skills, and knowing everything about Slamball, tramp denials, tramp beds, half cuts, razor cuts, you know, attacking from the eye, you know, attacking from the top tramp, strike zones, you know, tramp denials, you know, face-off conversions. It's a lot to know and learn, to be able to come from a player and to be a coach. The ins and outs of how to jump in and jump out, you know, two-man tramp denial jumps. You got half cuts, you got spread cuts, you got dive cuts, it's a whole lot. You know, it's a lot. You know, that's why they chose me to be a sideline character, because I know the ins and outs. As being an innovator, to know how to cut in, how to help out, how to tramp denial, how to, you know, be a team player, how to work on team plays, what's the best work to sync to study the whole sport itself. You know, it's not just an easy platform to do. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of observing. It's a lot of film to watch too. You know, and the rules are not that hard, but you really have to focus, and you have to be real dedicated. You really have to observe of how the game works.
Yeah, and it's amazing just hearing you know, talk about it, and you can tell, you know, not only your experience, but your attention to detail and the amount of time that you spent just watching, you know, in combination with playing. So that's amazing, man. This is gold.
Yeah, it is, you know, and you know, as you know, I'm not always there in Vegas, but, you know, I do see some of the stuff that people send me, you know, some of the Zoom practice meetings that I see. You know, I always tell the guys, you know, whenever, you know, you in a position like this, then always first, always focus. Second, listen. Third, and report. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by report to your coach and ask me, am I doing this well? Am I doing this right? You know, because it's always, you know, you never want to jump in the trap with one leg. When you jump in the trap with one leg, you're going to twist your ankle. When you twist your ankle, now you're not at 100%. Now you're dropping down to 70%. Now you got to build yourself back up while you're trying to get yourself to learn the game. And we always tell our players to please stay healthy and stay open, because one slight mistake can really change everything. You know, it's like I said, it's a lot. You know, we really want these guys to succeed, because we know they can't succeed. It's just the determination of how serious you are about it. You know, me, I was so serious about it that I sleep, wake up, Slamball. You know, Um, it was
So,
more, or it's more on hands to be serious about it, to be so serious about it, to like this point was going to change your lives if we make everything work to great. When we make oh my God, when we make everything great, it's just going to be so phenomenal because we got so many people that really want to be a part of this. But hey, what, 1,000 people, only 64 made it. Gift. It's a gift.
It's absolutely a blessing.
And the crazy thing about the blessing is that you got a bigger advantage than an NBA player. That's huge. It's very huge because NBA players, you guys pay a lot of money for training, pay a lot of money to get themselves in shape, and still, but half of them don't make it.
right.
So as I tell them, I said, just stay ready. Stay ready because this is going to be a phenomenal. It's going to be a phenomenal thing that's going to happen on the 21st, and this is going to be live at ESPN. Ain't no mistakes in ESPN. Ain't no mistakes because everybody's watching.
Exactly.
That's right.
So I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I can't wait to see all my old friends. I can't wait to see some of the celebrity guests that's going to be there. I got questions for them. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be very phenomenal.
It is. I hope that you interview us, actually, as well, because we'll be right there on the sidelines.
Exactly. I got Murph Malik from, Slamcast, in the building.
There we go.
He needs no practice. He's got it right out of the gate.
I got it right out of the gate.
Yes, sir.
What brings you guys to Slamball?
Yeah.
There we
He's
go.
killing it.
So I'm honored. I can't wait. This is going to be so much of a dream to me because, that it just is. I'm just so shocked. I'm so shocked and awed to where this is about to happen. I can't wait. I'm collecting all jerseys. I might snap. I'm gonna throw some jerseys. Just for the heck of it.
All right.
I'm gonna sneak a few jerseys. I even told my coach because they had me on Zoom talking with the players and stuff, talking with Jam Cam, and the guys and stuff. So first thing I said, there's no way none of you guys is gonna be wearing number 3 on the mob, okay?
Yeah, that's retirable. I mean, it needs to be retired. I agree.
Yeah. Second of all, don't get hurt. Because if one of you guys get hurt, coach is going to call me. And I'm going to come out of retirement like Jordan. And I'm going to show you how a 53-year-old can still get down on this doggone court.
100%. 100%.
So, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they got, what they're bringing to the table. I'm excited for the new expansion teams. The Buzzsaw, the Rafts, the Ozones, and the Griffs. I'm real stoked to see how they do. Head coaches, Trevor Anderson, Stan Fletcher, Sandy Fletcher, Ronnie Bonds, Jelani Jalise, Whitney White, Myrie, Josh Carlton, Coach Carter, Coach Ken Carter, Coach Brendan Kirsch, and James Champ Willis. I'm so happy to see these guys, to see what they're gonna bring to the table with their own teams, and Coach Hernando, and I want to say good luck to these guys. I want to say very much good luck to these guys, and I hope the best team win.
Yes, sir. And one question that we've kind of carried through these interviews, and it's interesting hearing from the guys specifically, but I think even more so with your experience. But how pivotal is it that these old players like yourself and others are so involved with the new league? It's really like a brotherhood. And how important is that in order to make Slamball what we all think it could be?
Well, it's very important because, these are the guys that paved the way, to make Slamball for what it is, each, like I said, each player, each individual have their different skills and have their training skills and have their certain talents, and all their talents brought it to the table to where everybody have their different style, and that's how that's how we want Slamball to be. Exciting. Everybody's on a different page. Everybody got something different to bring to the table. Everybody got their signature dunks and their characteristics and their appearance, and that's all. That's what we wanted. That's what makes it live, and for them to pass the torch and bring it to the new youth, because we got a couple of players that have their sons playing, like Trevor Anderson for the Ozone. His son Brian got drafted. One of our, like I said, George Bird. Yep. Two of his sons.
The baby birds.
The birds. The birds. We have another person, Jamal. I think I forgot his name. Jamal's last name, Crawford, something like that. But he has his have a son in there. So it's wonderful. And I'm excited just to see the outcome of it. And just by having the originals there, coaching, and it brings life to the young guys, because now they see these guys on, they see us on TV, they see us playing these games. Now we're here for them, and it's giving them boost and confidence for them to be great.
It's the next generation. So, are you planning on getting your kids into Slamball as well?
Yes,
and I'm sure that you already have.
Yes.
If I know you at all.
My youngest son, which is 16, Sean Jackson Jr., he, aka Inch 2.0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's 16. He was at the court, he was at the court, and he was trying it. He jumped on the trampoline and stuff. He was out there. It was funny because that's my youngest son. When we was doing Slamball, I think we was in our third season, 2007, 2008. That's when he was born. He was born in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So 2008, he was only 1 year old when we was at our prime. So he was there, but he didn't get the concept.
Right.
He had his little mom jersey. You know what I'm saying? He had his little mom jersey and everything. So, but now he's 16. He loves it. He loves it. He said he wanted to do it, but he said he wanted to go to the NBA. He's another Steph Curry fan. He kind of looks like him, but he's not him. But he does shoots like, he kind of shoots like him, but he can't shoot like him, but he can shoot though. But my son definitely gonna be a part of that. My other sons, my first three sons, they jumped on it, this, that, and the other. But after that, they said, nah. Yeah, my oldest son, he's a chef. That's Sean Wesley. He's a chef. My second son, Dijon, David, he's into music, and he's supervisor manager for Costco's. And my third son, DeAndre Kevin, he's into garage doors, but he was an all-star football player for Dysart High School in Arizona. So, so now, now they're grown, but they proud, they happy and they support because they see Slamball's back, and they knew that I was trying to bring it back, and they was, stoked when they were seeing it on social media. So they big support fans of it. So
good deal. Yeah, shout out to the kids.
That's amazing. Man. Yep.
Yeah, I will. Definitely I will.
And and I have a question, man. So when did you start wearing the towel under the helmet? And can we talk about that?
Okay, now the towel and the helmet. That was a skit. That was a funny thing because before then, I used to sweat a lot. So the sweat would bother my eyes, and it would irritate my eyes because it go in my eye. Every time I try to, get busy, I can't see because my eyes are burning from the sweat. So I had put a towel in my helmet, and I had the helmet on. But my friend, LaMonica Garrett, the machine, you see how he has a big afro. You see when he put his helmet on, his hair, like that. So I just thought it was funny. So I said, I'm going to do a LaMonica Garrett. So I have a towel. And so I started sticking the towel
Pulling it out.
like that. So yeah, and it just became a thing to me. So every time I wear, I have it out representing La Monica, you know.
Yes, sir.
And it just grew on me. It just grew on me. So
Yeah.
it just happened. So
That's hilarious.
But-
That's hilarious.
Yeah. like I said, I dearly miss it. I really want Mason to really think about it and say, you know what, we should have, something have an original team just to play for one season. Oh, I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm
Yes,
all
sir.
in.
Yes, sir.
I'm all in. Yeah,
I know.
I'm all in.
I can see you getting amped up right now.
I can tell you're amped. Yeah. I can tell you're amped just talking about it. That's cool.
Oh yeah, because I show everybody, 53 still. I pull the McNasty still off.
Yes, sir.
It'd be splendid though. But I'm just at awe for what's about to happen. I pictured Slamball when I was trying to bring it back in 2018 during the pandemic. I pictured Slamball was coming back in 2025. God gave me 2 years early.
Yes, sir.
So I kind of figured that when we progress in 2023 and 2024, 2025 should be solid to where it should be organized, to where now we got overseas and in states to where we can, roll around and make a regional division.
Yep.
Would you mind speaking to just your overseas play a little bit and kind of how the fans were out there? Like, obviously you played in China. There was a Chinese league. Like, how much time did you spend out there? And, there's actually not too much information, at least on American internet, about your time over there. I was able to find a few clips.
Yeah. China, splendid, wonderful, outstanding. I mean, the people, the culture, the food, and everything. Just the open welcome, with Slamball to us, it was phenomenal. I was out there in between 7 to 10 years. I was out there.
Wow.
7 to 10 years. Yeah.
Just full, like, you didn't come back to the United States at all during that time?
Yes, all season we came back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I have family and everything, I have my kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And every off season we'll come back and then we go back.
How long was the season out there?
It was from 4 to 6 seasons. 4 to 6 months.
Oh wow.
Okay. But during that time, it shortened because it was supposed to be 4 to 6 months, but it ended up being like 2 to 3 months because of the weather conditions, typhoons, the floods and stuff, and we couldn't play too much because the stadiums and the buildings out there sometimes it wasn't fully protected. They had little floods and stuff, because of the trips, holes, in the ceiling and stuff. So, we couldn't play, we couldn't do this because of the weather conditions. So we stayed out there pretty much longer, during the weather conditions. So we only played this. We was in Florida, we was in Bradenton, we was in Tampa. It was great. It was fun. It was humid, but playing outside, it was just fun because I don't know. It's just the way how the atmosphere was and the way how it was all set up that, playing out in the sun, it was great, We loved it, because everybody watching, everybody seeing from all over, from neighborhoods or whatnot, we get everybody looking at it, Went to the point where we play in the stadium, just ticket holders. That's it, you know what I mean? But when we outside, oh yeah, everybody's stopping and looking. Cars stopping, everything. It's a whole extravaganza going on. It's like a carnival going on out there. So I loved it. It was great. It was fun. And people, like I said, everywhere we go, the people loved us. It was just so phenomenal because they just like, dude, what the hell is going on over here? This is amazing ass sport. Like these people jumping off 15, 16 feet in the air, just crashing each other, and just going at it like NBA jams.
Yes, right. Video game-esque, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And
so, it was.
And how's your relationship with Coach Kirsch developed over the years? Because I'm sure, it sounds like from what we've seen, you guys had a pretty typical relationship, a coach-player relationship. You have your ups, your downs, you have your disagreements, agreements. ultimately it's bound by respect. But now as it's
Yeah.
progressed, how can you kind of speak on that relationship?
Okay, well, the relationship between Brendan Kirsch and myself, it was like it was amazing. It was amazing to the like. Okay, Brendan Kirsch. When I met Brendan Kirsch, he was only 23 years of age. Me, I was 31. So I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. I mean, this dude looked like he was wet behind the ears. You know what I'm saying? He was assistant coach of Ball State. Me, I've been overseas. I played some other professional. And I'm like, what is this young kid gonna teach me? Really, that's how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? But as I started listening to him and see how he was, and him and I had a one-on-one, relationship, talking and everything, and I found out this guy was wonderful. You know what I'm saying? He was assistant coach at Ball State University. He had the experience of professional basketball, coaching and everything. So as we was going, it became phenomenal. Him and I became, it was like we're but oh yeah, we have our little ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Just like, Allen Iverson and saying Coach Brown, me, I was to the point to where, I can listen to my coach, but damn, you're not on the floor, so you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You're just on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? You're not in the floor. Doing what I'm doing. Like, come on, man. Like, I know, don't do this play. We're gonna do this play. That play not gonna work. This guy's not gonna elevate. Just give me the ball. I got this. So it just came, up and down. But it was great though. And then I started realizing that, I can't, at that time, I can't do everything by myself. So I had to be an organized player. I had to be a team player. I had to change my ways, change my game, and to be more of an individual player to be a team player.
Now, Murph.
All right, man. We're looking forward to seeing you out in Vegas, and getting a signed jersey by you would be such a big deal to me. You have no idea, man.
Hey man, you got it, no problem, man. I got it for you, man. No trip. Just bring that jersey and I'll sign it for you, man. I got it. I got you.
All right, man. I'll locate one for sure.
Okay, hey, don't forget we gotta take that picture and go have something to eat too.
Yes,
and
sir.
we will.
All that.
We will. We'll figure that out later, my dude.
Yeah,
awesome.
yes, so
awesome.
So you can put it on your podcast, you can put it on your wall and everything, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh, definitely.
We appreciate you immensely, man, and I know we're looking forward to being out there just as much.
Yes.
And we appreciate all the time. I'm sure this won't be the last time. We'll definitely be talking as the season goes on. And as we always say, man, it's very much appreciated.
Hey man, no problem. Hey, thank you guys. Murph, Malik. I want to give a shout out to my man Miguel. I want to give a shout out to my man Miguel. My man Miguel. I'll give a shout out to my man Miguel for being my boy over there. He's holding down the post for me over there at the job right here. So, Miguel, thank you, my guy.
Shout out to Miguel, man.
I'm doing
Shout
a
out.
podcast interview, and my man over there, he's working. Hey, Miguel, see? No way. So there he is, my man. That's my man Miguel right there. So, yeah, I just want to tell everybody, hey, finally, we here after 20 years. Y'all check us out, man. It's your man Sean Jackson, aka Slamball Legend on ESPN. My man Murph, my man Malik. Shout out to Slamcast, Making It Happen podcast. Don't trip and don't slip on these guys. Check out their podcast wherever you at. Look it up, slamcast.com, whatever you call it, Slamcast. Get it, guys. You know what I'm saying? This your man Sean Jackson.
Hey, we got you. We're not going to let you down, Inches. We're not going to let you down. Yeah.
Exactly. I'll see you guys soon in Vegas, 21st, Cox Pavilion, ESPN. It's going down. I'm your boy, sideline reporter, Sean Jackson.
Right now I'm sitting in a club in a different bag now, baby. When I pick it up, you gon'